do you think, I don't know if you can say about that, but do you think that AI is gonna be a big leap for the industry on the games development?
Great question. I mean, I think like as an industry, we're trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
You know, like I always compare it when people ask me, I always compare it to the first moment when Photoshop was invented.
Yeah.
And you suddenly could like, you know, or Corel maybe. Corel and Photoshop were invented. Like suddenly you could like keyed bash things really quickly and just do some graphics. And suddenly, you know, it wasn't taking, you know, a month, but couple hours to do things. I think it's kind of that moment, or we are approaching that moment that certain things will be faster. Now we will see, because like there's a lot of premise, there's not a lot of success, I would say yet, right? So there's a lot of people going around and promising things, and AI showing promising things. But we as an industry, not even us as to the project, but as an industry, we are really trying to figure it out. You know, okay, is it really a new Photoshop? Is it really a Photoshop moment? Is it really that breakthrough moment where it can help? You know, since long time, we have things in the industry like automated testing, right? So you just make a change, you send it to the server, and then basically an automated test picks it up and just runs it through and checks, you know, if your code doesn't crash, you know, if there are no issues there, if you suddenly don't have like frame rate drops that you had, and so on, and reports it. It can even automatically make a report, or it can, you know, it can even fake play your game, right? Like we had that in Witcher 3 even, that you had Geralt, you know, running through Skellige in like specific path, you know, and every day we had like stats from a server showing us, hey, what are the performance results and so on. That was the same thing in Cyberpunk. So automated testing was a big thing for many, many years now. Now when AI comes in, maybe that automatic testing can be pushed even further, and it will be even easier to test those tedious things, you know, the tedious checks of like, okay, once a week or once a month, I need to run through the specific path, check, you know, what frame rate I have on what moments, to see if I don't have any drops in any moments when I enter an area when there's more foliage, right? So plants and stuff. Or when I enter an area when there's more NPCs or more wildlife, or, you know, a specific shaders that are used. So, you know, all of that tedious work maybe will be possible to do with AI. I am quite skeptical about the creative work.
Yeah.
Everything we're seeing is very derivative, and it's very far from anything usable. That being said, I think there are ways to figure this out and make it work in a proper setup and environment, I would say. But that's currently everyone is wondering about this, and we are trying to figure this out. And I think like in the next couple of years, we'll see some successes and some failures that will answer the question.
Yeah, but actually, you think someday you will drive with a Delamain cab?
Oh, you mean in a real life, or
in the real life?
Well, in the real life you can do it already, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. The
Waymo.
The Waymo, the you know, there is a lot of, you know, in San Francisco, you can see a lot of the remote cars driving around. So it's actually such a funny scene when you see like, or in LA, when you see like a car arrive, you know, then the driver just gets off, goes to like a restaurant, and car leaves empty.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
And the car just drives around, you know?
Yeah.
So they have a very distinct look, but already it does it. So I do believe it will be completely possible. Yeah. On that level, for sure.
We think that the AI is a powerful tool, but you need to know how to use it, right?
Yeah.
And you may not use right now, but a lot of people will use and try to reduce costs and all that stuff too with AI. And
I think like if people will be trying to use it to reduce cost, it will just lead to reduction of quality.
Yeah, that's for sure.
In the result, I don't think there is anything else will happen. We need to figure it out as an industry how to use that tool best. So it really helps us make better games.
Yeah, but using on Q&A makes sense.
Yeah, on QA. Yeah, exactly. Like automated testing, making it better so that QA can actually focus on what QA stands for, which is quality assurance, rather than tedious checks, you know, of did you have a performance drop when you passed next to puddles, right? Because they got new shaders or something. Because that can be automatized.
Yeah.
And the thing is like AI is great in doing very repeatable tasks that can be driven by instructions. So if I can tell the AI, hey, just run this exact path and register and write down to Excel, those numbers of frame rate here, and memory, and then compare those numbers to the last month and draw me a curve. And if there is a difference bigger than, 5%, throw a Jira in, a bug on this certain developer to check it, right? Totally possible to automatize. Today, totally possible to automatize like this. Because then actually people can focus on creative work, on assuring the quality when it comes to QA, on assuring, the quality of, writing, art, graphics, all of that stuff. So I think that's going to be the direction, but we'll find out because everyone is trying to find an answer.